Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Captain of Industry. I'm Brave, and let's get straight into this thing. So, I was taking a little peek and look at our assembly location. It is getting set up, but we do need construction level 2 for all of these conveyor belts that are going up. And I think this is a good way to kind of run the conveyor belts in, because this is all going to require... all these components are required in here, and they will fill them up itself. And then this one requires just iron, which it also is hooked up. So it's going to just be pumping out mechanical parts. And then I need rubber, copper, so I can make electronics. So then what I should do is have the electronics going... Well, I guess I could technically have this going straight into this. And then this one straight into these two, and then have it just there. Although it only has one export location. I think the assembler 2s... no, they also only have one export hole. But we can hook them up with conveyor belts. And then those conveyor belts can converge into one. And then we can hook them up. Or... we could just have it this way going into a storage, and then that storage will just wrap back around into here with conveyor belt. I mean, there's many different things we can do. Also, I was taking a look at our kiln, and I was thinking about taking the kiln and the water and moving it over here and getting it set up here. And then I was going to hook up direct coal to it. So coal would be there, water would be directly hooked up, and the only thing that they'd have to bring in is that limestone. But I could probably, now that I have conveyors... could just get the limestone to hook up automatically too, and then all they would have to do is just dump all the limestone that they possibly can into that hookup, and then I wouldn't have to really necessarily worry about it, which might be kind of the way to go about it. But what it would be also too good also to have a place where all of these construction parts can come out and work their way over to here, and then we could have another storage location where if we need to, we can move it around to make whatever it maybe it needs. I think that might be something, and then we could also do a bridge over top if we wanted, and then that's where maybe number 2 could be. I've also taken a look at our iron. Currently with all these trucks, we still have 100%. And it seems that we're constantly keeping this filled, potentially. But what we also could do, too, to make sure that this constantly has iron, and we're not just waiting for a truck that can only take 20, we could, and I think I'm going to do it, is we could set up a storage dump for it, and then we don't really have to worry about it. So these trucks can just dump 20 and be fine. So... they are dumping all the slag over this way, which is quite a long distance to drive, and I'm sure that's why it's taking so long for them to do anything that they're trying to do, is because they have to go from here, down, and back, and back, and back. Because you can see, our vehicles are still extremely busy, which causes problems. So we got to get that figured out, but it would be good once all of this is up and operational. He's assigned to the tree harvester, which I believe is over in there. But one thing that I wanted to do, and it's going to be with this. I don't know if this is the best location for the blast furnace, but what we should do is we should set up a dumping zone. And I'm going to set up the dumping zone. I think I'm going to set it up, even if it's down here, it's not as far away. So let's do dumping designation, and let's use that. I want it to be level, and I just want to do one kind of like that. That gives me a lot of location to dump to. And I don't know how the pollution works in the water, but we are accumulating quite a lot of waste, which this is still constantly needing to be... trucks keep empty if above 200. Trucks will keep full if under 0. But yeah, okay. So I don't know. I don't really want to have to hook up all the way over here. And I wanted to see if there's anything else that uses iron, or if it only is currently this blast furnace that we have, and then it just goes into sheets. Because if we could hook it up here, just a direct hookup, like do maybe 1 and 2, and then we could do 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, so we get 8. And then those could pump out to wherever they need to go to as well. And then my trucks don't have to worry about doing this. They can just be directly pumped. So I wanted just to make sure there's nothing else that requires iron. And I don't think there is. No, I just think it's like iron's just a very basic material to get made. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we're going to set up a blast furnace. We're going to do... I think we'll do... I'm going to do it in this square. Do 1, 2. I do need to get this up and operational a little quicker. So that it can pull. It looks like all of my iron is set up. Okay, so it is working now. Does it actually pull? I don't see it actually pulling anything on the belt, which is, you know, a little bit unfortunate. I wish it would have actually show that it's pulling something, but maybe it's just not showing that right now because the wood isn't done, and maybe they're still hand feeding it. But who knows? Picking up 20 assembly parts and bringing it over. Waiting for product, and this has zero concrete. So we might want to get that set up quickly as well over here so that we can have more concrete. I wonder, can we get, yeah, we can, more wood. Let's get it down to that. Okay, they're sold out. That's fine. That's going to give us a lot more. It's 220. That's perfect. And then that will help. And then, oh, okay. So it actually does have it on an animation. That is really cool. I do like that. So eventually this is going to be decommissioned. This is being built. We do need to hook up. Where are the conveyor belts? A conveyor belt that goes probably like that, and then that. And then we'll do that to that. Something like that I think would be fine, because that would pull straight from the iron. The other one is rock. We don't have any rock. And then the other thing we need to put in there is coal. Ground pump, cool. So that would allow us, if we can pull groundwater, which is... Totally forgot our groundwater was here. Okay, so we can't really branch off of this. That's fine. But we can still get this iron set up. So, yeah, if this can pull directly our iron source and into it, that would be awesome. Ooh. I don't want that there. Can I delete that, please? Thank you. Okay. So that would go into there like so. We're trying to just get it so we're not so busy. Yeah, working. Not working because it's waiting on cinder blocks. This is my cinder block storage, which is good. Yeah, we're just probably also waiting on more construction parts. This only has 4. It's not making anything currently. Yeah. What does it require to actually make these? Electrical parts and that. And this requires rubber and copper, and it is currently making it. So we could put it over here to pump out that. So I'm wondering if we do an assembler 1 and have a storage like this, but to make the construction 2. We just have currently a long backlog. I'm going to pause this one and just have one of them running. Maybe I'll use less of my construction material until we get more of a steady construction 1 development. Because right now we just don't have a lot. And we need to have a lot more. But I don't think this is too far. I mean, if we start getting trains and stuff, then we could hook it up a lot better. But right now, we're just kind of battling with this. But yeah, we should get everything kind of set and more centralized. So everything's not getting pulled everywhere. But what I mean by getting centralized is if we can just take from the blast furnace, if it makes the iron, and then if we can get all the iron stored over here, and then use, and then we can get the wood, cinder blocks. So everything, our trucks are only worrying about bringing stuff over, and they're not worrying about all of the push and pull and stuff like that. I think that would be very beneficial. So if we do something like that, it's going to need a smokestack. We can do one like that and one like that. This is also going to need that. Okay. So it's waiting for product. Hopefully we can get that up and operational quickly. Because yeah, these are currently... Our current downfall is iron plates and cinder block. And our trucks being extremely busy. Maybe I should get 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get 5 more trucks. I don't think I need to be super stingy on how many trucks. I'm going to tell this one, trucks cannot import. Remove them. I won't use quick remove. Trucks cannot import and remove them. I want to get this decommissioned. Because I potentially could build out my city that way, or my city this way. I just got the farm in the way. Yeah, so then all the steel plates should go to here. So we don't need to worry about it anymore. Waiting for parts to be delivered as well. But no, it's all good. Okay. It seems to be a lot of like juggling around, and hoping that things happen quickly. Because right now, so a lot of our fuel storage is over here. And then we have a fuel storage over that way. I know that we were researching, and I thought it was pretty cool, is we are researching gas stations. Settlement power. Oh, we're too far. Fueling station. Tired of excavating going back and forth to refuel, build this station, assign it some trucks. So yeah. Trucks assigned to a fuel station will automatically refuel excavators and tree harvesters at their work site, so they don't have to waste time going for fuel on their own. This would be very useful, but I do need construction parts too. And I'm trying to get construction parts 1 operational. Which is, you know, seems to be a grind. So retaining walls, concrete surfaces, advanced concrete. So what does this do? So this is a rotary kiln, which can make cement. Cement then makes concrete slabs. Okay, so this just seems... A crusher can crush rock into gravel, and then gravel into manufactured sand. And then manufactured sand can be used for concrete. Concrete mixer. So you can use sand plus slag plus water. Wow, it gets pretty complicated. So I'm going to add this to the queue. Transport balancer, flat balancer, U-shaped balancer. Okay, so these are balancers. These are lifts. So that's in the queue. Okay, I think that's fine. It's a lot of stuff, though. Has this finished emptying? Why would it be? I was such a fool for believing it would be emptied. All of my trucks are very busy going back and forth. So they would definitely not. Okay, blast furnace, perfect. It is working. It is waiting for coal. So another thing that we should probably get over here is a place for 200 some coal to be stored, so they're not constantly having to bring coal over here. It just kind of gets itself stored. And I think a good place to have that would be right here, because then I can... Well, if that's there, it might actually be in the way. So what if I did something here? Yeah, okay. I'm going to do that. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of moving parts later. But that's okay. I don't think that worked how I wanted it to. That's the O. Oh, right. I need U-shaped. Because U-shaped is the one that can actually... Okay, so now they can put coal in there. Once the coal's in there, then it can actually pile into here. And then that would be 200 coal plus the iron that's coming from my mine. And that is going into these. And then I need to set up a way for the molten casters to be on this side. And what I think we should do, because these don't have anything in them, so they can be decommissioned right now. That would actually give me quite a bit of construction material. I also have these for wood. Are there any wood actually in them? No. Okay, so these are also going to get demolished to give me back at least some of my resources. This is currently my only coal making. And a lot of my wood is being stored in here for my blast furnace. But if I get another mine made, I can just mine coal. I don't have to worry about it. So this is completely full. It would be great to have my kiln over here just to pull directly from this. And then I can just make the concrete bricks really, really fast. Yeah, okay, so this is up and operational now. I don't want them to export anything from here. If it's in here, it's in here. Don't take it. So that sounds good. This is all still waiting to be used. It does actually have some ready. But I need to get... Oh, and this can be decommissioned, and this can be decommissioned. Cool. Okay, and then are these empty yet? No, because we're still extremely busy. But I'm hoping that once we get some of this stuff more automated, we won't be worrying about it too much, because you can see like our total consumption of these plates is a lot more than we're producing, and currently we're not producing any. Because this is pretty much shut down while all these trucks are extremely busy bringing back and forth material so that we can actually build what we need to have built. And the biggest concern is obviously the construction parts, which I wonder, can I trade? Because I have a little bit. I cannot trade. I can trade for construction parts to get potatoes, but I can't actually trade for the final byproduct. I need to make that all on my island. Okay. So this is producing. I wonder if I put a Mark II over here. This one's working. Working. If I can put a Mark II over here, which maybe just isn't currently set up to a factory system, but at least it's set up Mark 1. And maybe I can get it at least just to be temporarily here so they don't have to travel so far to do set recipe, construction parts 2, and then maybe they don't have to travel so far. And I think I will use 1.5 to just speed it up to max. So hopefully this can start just building the components number 2, so I don't have to worry about it, and I'll just have it over here. And then we're not constantly trying to have trucks bouncing back and forth. I'm going to decommission these as well. This has Oh, this has 200 construction material parts in it. I thought I didn't have that many. I got 267. Okay, so if I have 267, we might as well build our metal casters. So what we want to do... Can I actually get 4? I think if I did... let's just pause it quick so I can plan this. I think there was a planner, but I'm not sure how it works right now. Let's flip this. So if we did something like that, and then metal caster, something like, does this work? The only thing is I think it's a lot of dead space because nobody will be able to get in there. Maybe if we did it like this. So if we did, let's say if we cut back on it. No, because it's not linear. It's not very growable. If it's not linear to everything's flowing out and you try to cut things back, it's not very linear and easier to build constantly onto each other. It's always easier to build when it's a linear footprint. So maybe if we did caster... actually, let's flip this one so the opening's on this side, not the other side. So if we flipped it and then did... That gives me room to build 1. And then if we could flip this one, that would be 2. And then... Oh, I think I have the 200 because I decommissioned so much stuff. Then we could do... maybe we can't fit this many together. 1, flip, 2, or it's not necessarily, because we can build it out and then they can just have slag together. If we did, I think if we did this, hold on, I think I got it. If we did something, because this would be 1 uneven, but we just can't unless we do this. I think that'd just be a waste of material. I mean, it'll look better. Don't get me wrong. Okay, we're going to do it because it looks better. The looking better is all that it's about. And I need to flip these again. So that's 1. And then flip. 2. And... No, that's the wrong way. What am I doing? It needs to be that way. Okay, that's the right way. 1. Flip. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should we do 8? Because this one could do 1, 2, and it could stay up by itself pretty good. I mean, we can add it on if we need to. So I think I'm not going to build 2 more. I'll just see how this one actually responds to it all. So we could do that. Yes, we can do... Let's do that. And then I don't know if this is going to have any effect, but let's just get that hooked up. And then that, and then bring this down and across and down and across. Okay. So now I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iron production, which is huge. It's going to be a lot more than we used to have. And let's cut down some of these trees that might get in the way. So that's going to be 6. And then to make it so my trucks aren't overworked, I might set up conveyor belts where the iron could go. Because if the iron can get stored, then it would give them more time to not needing to come out all this way. Or I can just have it so where they have to come out here and grab it, and then they can store it out over here, which that also would be fine too. Okay, so this is waiting for product because I don't have any trucks to deliver anything. Yeah, this guy's going way out over that way. This one has nothing in it. This one has nothing in it. Good. I can decommission them. I think we're starting to make progress on the island. We're getting this area cleaned up. We got our iron underway. We can definitely decommission all this stuff here. I'm going to tell it to stop production because I want to decommission it. I don't want it anymore. I need to decommission all of it. Like so. Get back some of my resources. They're still extremely busy. And then hopefully we can get this up and operational soon. I need 2 more. That is it. And it is up and operational and able to do its thing. Okay, so I don't want these to sit idle, which I don't think they are. No, they are not, because I still need to set up my concrete slabs. Now, what happened? Okay, so they're all still sitting there. That is fine. And I have more trucks. I'm almost at 25. I did pause my settlers coming in because I have a ton. Oh, yeah. Okay. Another cool feature about this game is you can actually send boats on voyages. So one of the tasks that we do have is explore. First location on the world map with the ship. So it's just been kind of sitting here doing nothing, and I think it probably has some better... it'd probably be working for me instead of just sitting if I actually explored an island or something off in the distance. And I think what we'll do is we'll visit this one away because it's only 195 instead of the rest are like a lot further, and now my boat will be off and running. Okay, and it has no protection because it is just a cargo boat. So bye-bye. Don't die. Do not die, please. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, yeah, so this will keep working away. I would like to get my fuel somewhere else, but if I get gas stations, I could build it either here or up here, which would be good. So what we should do next, because this isn't cutting it, this one is not doing the trick. I think we need something bigger until we get better manufacturing. But granted, I'm always like worried about filling the map. But this is the map, quite large, quite very large. So I'm only currently in this small blueprint. So I don't think I need to be worried about filling the map anytime soon. I think I might fail before it hit that number soon. So yeah, we won't worry about that. We'll just build and see how it works and then go from there. So I want to put my kiln here. Apparently the terrain is too high. Oh, it is too high. Okay. So maybe instead, if I put my kiln... I could flatten this land. How long would that take? Level. So if I told it to level that, there are some mining destinations outside. Okay, so I need to tell a miner to do this, and I don't think I want to tell them to do that now. So I could put, what actually I think I might do instead then, is I'm going to move, if I can. Can't, it's too high. I was going to say I'll move my kiln back here, but it's uneven ground. And I don't know if I want this kiln that far away. Or this can do water, but I need to also remember we do have groundwater that we could manipulate. So we don't need to wait for rain, which this thing has been dried out. We could just get groundwater and pump it maybe even over here. We could do the kiln, which is far from our limestone. Or we can do it, grab the groundwater and bring it up over to here. So let's see. What the kiln needs to make that is it needs its limestone, coal, and water. So if we did Which again, we're going to have to build it here. And I think for the time being, we had 1, 2. And I can figure out the groundwater after. So maybe if we just pause it just so they don't accidentally build and have to delete everything if it doesn't work. We could do 1, 2. And then out the back side, I would want to do loose gravel. And we would do, so that would be the water. So I don't want to get in the way of the water. So if I did that, because that would be minimum that we need is the 3. I could then do U channel into there and into there. And that would be all of that. But we also need our limestone and coal. So we actually need 2 of these so that they don't have to actually go back and forth and deal with them. So if I did, say, 1... this would be uneven, which is going to bug the crap out of me. So maybe if I did 1, 2, and then I could hook up the U channel for 1, 2, and then this one would need to be a crossover, unless... So if this, say this one was coal, this one was limestone, I need 1 coal, 1 limestone. So if the middle one was, so if this is coal, so that would get coal automatically. This would get limestone automatically. I would need to run that one. Yeah, because that would already have limestone. That one would need to be like that. I think I need to pull it away back by 1. Probably. Okay. Yeah, this needs to be definitely pulled back by 1 so I can get more stuff in there. Storage was this one. And loose storage. So I need it to be back by, I think, to there. Something like that. And then U-shaped. So that would be straight in. That one's easy. Then that one. And then that one would need to go like that. And then this one do some weird ass janky stuff to get into there. And then could I... Apparently I can't. I could get a water tarp hooked up. Do I want to do a water tarp, or do I want to just go underground water and then just run a long ass pipe this way? That might get in the way of everything. It only requires, oh, level 2. Yeah, okay, so let's just do a tarp. So we need to go off to the side because it's unlevel ground there. That's okay. Actually, I wonder if I could... Let's dismantle that. I'm wondering if I could leave a 1. And could I get... I could get 2 rain collectors in here. Let's do that. And then they would just need to be hooked up by a pipe. Incompatible end. So this one would be able to hook up to that, and then this one could do that one. And they would all have their own. And then we could dismantle that. And then they would build this, and then this would be kind of semi-automated by itself. All they would have to do is just take it from here and plunk it into there. And then these would be coal, and this would be limestone. And this all would need nothing. from my trucks, and then I can have my trucks not be so darn busy. Quick jump there, just because I was making sure the audio was okay, and it's still pretty much the same, so that means it is okay. So yeah, anyways, repair shipyard and set sail. Collect my reward: 100 cinder blocks, 50 construction, and 50 fuel. Cool. That's actually pretty big. I kind of need all of the cinder blocks I can get, and it would be ideal if all the cinder blocks would be stored here, so I don't have to deal with it, and they would just kind of flow in here, which it looks like it is officially finally doing that, which is good. And if I needed to, I could run the construction material down here and then have a storage over here, and then these ones could just go under while these ones go over. There's many different ways that I could probably do it, but just right now I won't really worry about it. I'm hoping that this fixed my problem with extremely busy. How is this working? Apparently it's not working at all. You know why it's not working? Because I have the wrong conveyor belt. Amazing. So all of this needs to be taken down. Because I have the wrong conveyor belt. Waiting for removal. Okay, I'm probably just going to instantly do this because it's not going to take me a lot. And then I need to get the correct ones, which is this one, to run my material. So that is now the right material. What are you? Oh, you're taking away slag. Got it. And you're also going to take away slag. Okay, cool. Output is full. Why are you saying that that isn't working properly? I don't understand that one. Because that is the right way, surely. Or did I put it on the wrong way? Is that not the same? I guess it's not. Okay, well, I'm just going to manually build that one. I still got a lot of Unity, so I'm not too worried about using it to at least get this operational again, because I don't want it to run dry. And then speeds up the construction, waiting on delivery. Okay, so somebody's bringing those construction parts. Not him, though, but somebody is. Build and connect rubber maker. What does the rubber maker need to even be working? Where is the rubber maker? There. Rubber maker needs looks like diesel, coal. Oops. Diesel, coal to make rubber, and it also needs to spew it out. So if I did something, because it needs to spew it out that way. If I flip this, could I, because it needs coal, and I don't have a ton of coal, and now I am regretting. Well, I have the pipeline here. It's just going to be difficult to hook this all up. I should have probably ran the fuel out this way a bit more, so it wouldn't be such a hassle to hook everything up. Really hoping that my trucks become less busy here soon. 1, 2, 1, 2. So there goes all the limestone. But it is still waiting on coal. So hopefully we get more coal. And then this is going to kick out a bunch, hopefully a bunch of concrete slabs, so that we can constantly keep this full. Because right now it's very empty, which is not good. Okay, we have 60 workers left. We have 0 housing available. So maybe if we could get another housing unit up in here, just to increase our available population growth. There doesn't seem to be anything really on these screens currently, but I'm sure as the game goes on, there might be more things to do with that screen, but just currently there's really not much to do. Ah, good, a fuel station. So now these trucks can just go refuel all of my trucks, and they don't have to worry about coming to grab their own fuel. So what I should do, and I'm thinking having it temporarily, having a really janky setup by just putting it here. Requires 20 level 2 parts. And I need to build another diesel engine, which I think I'm going to actually build over here. So I don't need to pump the... I don't need a truck to do it. It'll just do it itself. Yeah, so I think I'm going to hook it up here, and then I need a pipe. So I can hook this up to there, and then also hook it up to there. So I can build this instantly. I have quite a lot of Unity. I'll build that up. I'll build this up. That's being built, and then I'll build this, and this doesn't take too much, so I'll also build that. Okay. So now I need to assign trucks. I will assign probably 2 trucks to that. Hopefully this helps with not making everything so busy. And that's producing some waste product. And then I'm wondering if I should decommission this one and just set up a second one, and then I don't need to worry about actually pumping any fuel anytime soon. It'll just kind of do it itself. So if we flip this, we could hook it up here, and then I'll not insta-build it, because apparently I don't have the ingredients to. I don't know how fast this is all making stuff. We might need more oil pumps. Waiting for product. What is it waiting for? It's waiting for crude oil. So I think I might need more jacks, which is fine. We can easily get more jacks up because they didn't actually cost that much. But I just need to find out again, where are the jacks? That's research. Here's the oil pumps. Okay. So we could do... say if we did flip. Let's flip it again. We did 1. Could we do... Could we do 2? Well, if we're going to do that, we might as well just build it here and here. And then we might as well just flip this one so it's actually facing each other. So 1, flip, 2, and then piping from here. What does it need? Oh, it needs pipe, yeah. And then, yeah, boom, like that. And then that would hook all of it up. So that's good. We got some trucks bringing some stuff. And this doesn't take much, so we'll just instantly build it. And we'll instantly build it. So, wow, we got a ton of Unity. And then Matt should help. So maybe I only need 1. Because it just seems like this guy's sitting. Yeah, do that. And then... how do I build... Can I build a pipe connector here? Yep, and then that should build on both those. And then this one that was set, I can probably now delete it. Now I just need to wait for part removal. Free housing 80. Housing capacity, good. So right now they are the ones that have to bring the potatoes across. Am I still making a surplus of potatoes? Not right now, but usually. So I might need to get another one, but I have only 18 months of food. Yeah, I might want to get more. Okay, so I can actually put farms out this way now. If I remember where, right here, farm. So I could do, I could do a farm. Could do a farm right here. That'd be a direct connection, but I don't think I need that. Or I could do a farm right next to this. I think a farm right next to it would be ideal. And if I could, I have 18, 17. If I don't know if this is going to be a bad idea, but we're going to do it. I can flip this and have both the entrances there. Let's just build these so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, good. I have a stable truck flow now, which is what we really needed. So the trucks aren't getting overwhelmed. About time. Hopefully they can import more coal quickly. Oh, and I got irrigate farms. What do they do? Cannot be connected to a source of water or fertility that could be useful. Irrigate farms can be connected to a source of water. Okay. So they can automatically, so you don't have to wait for rain. I wish you could just, like, upgrade. If you could just, like, click on them and upgrade them. So this one could be hooked up straight to water. Water and what else? Just to... Looks like water and so it probably grows quicker. Okay. I think we're consuming a lot, but for potatoes, we should be... We just need rain, and then we should be able to produce a lot more potatoes and be able to store them. I'm just wondering, we have 141 potatoes. We have 9.2 there. So what if storage, unit storage. One side's an in, one side looks to be an in as well. So maybe one is for... I don't know what the one is for. So maybe instead of building it on top, we could build it here. And then this can move... Can this move food? This one moves food. Oh, and it needs to hook up on that side. Brilliant. So unit storage, loose. So I guess I could fit here, and then we would assign potatoes, and then we could just instantly build this, so we're not worrying about it. Now we're up to 15 months. Okay, so we're moving back up the way we need to. That's not connected, but that's fine. Because hopefully we can start filling that with potatoes. This is collecting a fair bit of water, but not enough. Well, enough to keep it working, I guess. This just has been a very dry spell, hasn't it? Okay. But looks like we have a constant flow of concrete, so we have a constant flow of construction supplies. Which does look like we're making a slight surplus, which is good. We definitely are making a surplus of fuel, I believe. Yeah, this is pretty constantly full. Yeah, so we are looking above water, which is good. This just really needs some coal. Are we out of... I wonder if we're out of coal. Coal. We are producing 15, using 8. But most of the time we're using more than we're producing. So it might be time to get another... if we do one... let's say, yeah, 1 and 1, and let's build it fast. Set to keep building this building forever. Just keep pumping on excavator. Oh, shoot. Do that. Yeah, and then we can get another excavator out, and then hopefully we can build to mine coal fast. And then we wouldn't need to store it over here. Needs something more to do. Well, let's just deforest it. Right there. Have at it. Yeah, so that's going to do that. So 2 of my tractors are working on this. Which I think is fine. That's doing that. So I have coal there. This doesn't need coal, it needs wood. And if I could... let's decommission these 2, because I want to stop using all the wood, especially as I don't know how we would make more trees. Unless down the road... So crop rotation. This would make vegetables. Is there a reforestation option? Because if we don't have a way to reforest, how are we supposed to get our... Or how are we supposed to get more wood? If we can't get wood, how are we supposed to make construction? There must be a way to make more trees. Compactor. Waste sorting, biomass. Research lab 1. Trains. Oh wow. Trains are not super far away. Conveyor belt, steel smelting, biofuel, power generating, tree planting. Ah, I knew it. So it's all the way down over here. Let's add this to queue. So we can plant some more trees. So in case we run out, we're not completely out of luck. But if we get our coal up and running, we won't have to go through as many trees as we currently are. So let's work on getting that up. And then I think that'll probably do it for the episode today. So let's get our mining tower up. And then let's get our coal or our sorting station live as well, so we can sort that good coal. And let's edit the area. Let's drag it over here. And then we need to do mining. And let's mine down. Can I rotate this? Yes. Okay, so can I go up? This should gradually, right, go into the earth. So if I do minus 50, and then I could probably excavate it all out. Because most of it is coal, and I don't know how low the coal goes. But I think this is probably a good start. So we do 1 and 1. And then we can do sort coal, sort dirt, and sort rock. So that should be good. And then that will allow me to get my coal. And then I don't have to actually worry about doing any of the burning of wood anymore. Because my coal will just be produced. And then should be dropped off to all these loose storages. Like I got a loose storage there, and I have a loose storage here that needs to be constantly filled, and another one over here. So ideally, they would all get filled. Now, where is this excavator? He is there. Why is he stopped? Because this is completely full, and this is stopped because we're waiting on coal, and this is stopped because we don't have any more molten iron. Okay, so we definitely need to get coal. And they can import. I just don't think we have, and yeah, it's a pretty high priority already. I just think it's we don't have any coal. So hopefully, yeah, this is just straight coal right now. which is good. I do want to edit this, though, and I don't want him to go as low. Just go down by 10, and then we can kind of flatten everything out and see what it's all about there. So yeah, that's going to be coal. He's going to drop off coal there. They're going to drop off limestone, which should all be good. And it looks like these are waiting on iron. Yeah, because our iron production has completely stopped. And it's completely stopped because these just aren't running. They're not running because they don't have coal. So that's never fun. We can assign this product to be from the resorter. It's partially stuck. Now it's working. Okay, good. He dropped off some coal. Obviously, only enough to barely get us running. So hopefully we can pick up some more. 100%, 100%. What are these guys waiting on? Just have nothing to do? Probably just nothing to do. This seems to be filling, like, just in time. Output is full. Okay, good. Alright, we're definitely looking good. We got our coal set up here. Just a small setup for right now. We seem to be making a good steady supply of concrete slabs now, to the point where we probably want to get another one. 1.8, yeah, we got a whole bunch of Unity just hanging around. No orders. So what did he find? Nothing? Okay, just come home, I guess. I don't know what else you should do. Research, establish copper ore mine and start mining copper. Build blast furnace with metal caster and smokestack and enable recipe for copper ore processing. Build copper electronics and connect it to rainwater harvester. Build copper What? Copper. Oh, copper needs water and copper? Impure copper to make copper. How much copper do we got? We got 520 copper. We got tons and tons of copper. I didn't mean to hide that. I meant to delete it. Unhide. And dismiss. We can dismiss all of that as well. Dismiss that, and then this is that. Okay. I have decommissioned that. Which now it's going to start refueling the ship. Cannot unload cargo. Shipyard is full. So it actually did find stuff in its voyage. 520 copper, a bunch of iron ore. So yeah, just some things that are just stuck here, I guess. Request trucks to prioritize removing all stored cargo. Can I do that? I think so. And it should move everything away. What is this making? This is just making more of this. I can decommission that. That has 200 in it. So that's all good. And then I got coal being delivered around. So I'm going to decommission this. Because I don't need it to be burning my wood anymore. It's not something it needs to do. This is getting deforested very, very nicely. Yeah, so it's looking mighty neighborly and good. Underground pump, cast, so crop rotation. How are we doing on workers? Good. Health is pretty abysmal, to be honest. Population, research lab, minus 25. Why is it minus 25? Research lab basics, minus 25. So base is 10, vehicles pollution, air pollution, landfill pollution, water pollution. Wow, they're just like not happy whatsoever. 28, yeah, we got tons of food. Trucks are very busy, but that's okay. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to get this whole cargo yard emptied. Shipyard is full. I'm trying to get all this iron scraps out. Which actually, I think I might... Are they actually moving the scraps? Moving construction plates. Are they moving the scraps? It doesn't look like they are. That's not fun. Hopefully they can move the wood soon, and that would help out and be beneficial. Looks like this is actually starting to get a bit of a surplus going. And everything's being brought over here. All right, so we probably should look to get assemblers level 2 up and operational. So that we don't need to be so slow. I'll do that just because they are pretty busy and I have a lot of unity. And this would also be wood, just so my wood trucks can deliver more wood as we keep cutting. So these outputs are full. So we should probably get them going somewhere. So that we're constantly making them. Because I think, how many do we have? 443. So if we did 2 storages, that would probably be plenty. And I'm thinking if we did the storages somewhere in here, I think I could hook them up to a Mach 2. And then we can make these. Because I just need copper and rubber. And then I can make more electronics. And then I can make construction parts too a lot quicker. So if I did... Thinking if I did kind of the same thing, because it looks like 3 can make faster than these. Because these produce... I don't even know how fast they produce. But these look like they produce pretty fast. And they just need rubber and copper. So if I did this one to be copper... Let's just do 2, and then this one was rubber. Either I could run it off like how I've been kind of doing this one and run it into here and just continuously have a long line, just continue to go. I don't know if we want to like start it on this side, or if we want to have it... Well, we can't really go on this side, can we? Because it's just going to bump into a bunch of stuff. And I think if a cars have to like grab it out of here and pull it over here temporarily until we can figure out a more streamlined and efficient process, I think that's fine. So this is going to be construction parts and construction parts. Construction parts. And then this one's going to be... Oh, no. I wanted to make... this one's going to be rubber. It's going to be copper. So this one's going to be copper. Same with this one. And then this one is going to be rubber. Yes. So I could probably get all my copper over here now then. And then I think I might get rid of this one. Output's full. They have 40 in there. So I'm actually going to... because I got my maintenance shed here. And it needs mechanical parts. So maybe what I should do... is 1, 2, and then I can go mechanical parts and electronics, and then I'll do only 100 and 100, and then I could probably set it to be flat conveyor into there and into there. Why is that one janky? Be like the other one, please. There we go. So yeah, that can be that, and that's pretty simple and easy. This has mostly all of the construction parts. I want to cancel this, please. Cancel. I can stay in there. That's fine. Yeah, and then I want to have... So let's make it mechanical. This does not need mechanical, though, to do what it needs to do. That's 80, that's 200. That's going to take that over there. Yeah, so I don't need that. If I'm trying to make electronics and that, I might do 2 to 3 and see how that works. So let's make this into electronics, but electronics... Oh, electronics need that. So if I can do that, I think then we'll be okay. So this should change into electronics soon. So that means that this doesn't need that. I can quick removal it. I'm trying to delete you. Just to here. Yeah, I just want that one removed. Because then I can bring over... Let's just quickly do that. Because then I can bring this one over to here and to here. Which currently it's filling itself up. And then, hopefully... I might actually get rid of this guy. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. Get him to remove all of that. Hopefully that didn't just delete everything. And then I can do that. And then I can actually bring this all down into conveyors. And then hopefully maybe I can just pump it into an assembler. So maybe I should have had it over here. And then pump it out this way. And I probably will be able to fill it without being in the way of everything. And then I could build a better setup later. Or should I just run this all wonky wild? No. Should probably not do that. So let's do that, 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 and that. And then this would be copper, copper, and this would be rubber and rubber. And then that means I need to get rid of those. So yeah, they're just going to export the copper. It's over there. So this needs copper and silicone. So if we did a belt, we do that into there. Then that into... Well, let's actually hook up this one first. That into there. And then rubber into... Actually, it looks like this needs to be a bit long, further away. So if we did that, and then this one can be... This one can be to there, and then we can do this one. That should go over the top. Yep. Perfect. That is better. Yeah, okay. So that's how it's going to work. And then these can get automatically fed with what they need, and then they'll make electronical parts. And then ideally, if we could do... let's see here. Because we're going to need that and that. So if we could do... I'm going to need a line of probably 3. We do 1, 2. Then this would be making those. Set construction to that. Then I'm thinking we can do a belt. This could be its own belt. That's not the incompatible end. Come on now. Why is this an incompatible end? Okay, we did that, that, that. And then that. And then can this go over? It should be able to. Or do I need to... maybe I need to send it to there. Hold on. I think I need to delete all of this. Well, let me do what I want to do. Okay, that needs to go here. Yeah. And if this can go... this can go like... no, this isn't working how I wanted it to. So that one can go into there. That can go there. That can go there. And then that means that this one could go there and to there, but this wouldn't sort and balance. That would just be a 1-to-1. Because this one would take from this and put into just this one, right? And this one would just pull and divide from that. How do I cancel my planning? This ain't gonna work. I mean, it's gonna work in terms of, like, they'll just grab it and plunk it in. Which, maybe that's the way to do it just early on right now until I get an idea. So maybe I'll just do that. Yeah, I'll do 3. So I'm making 3 and then putting 3. Because this is pulling out and then dividing. This would be pulling out. So maybe it does like a 1-to-1 ratio then. Who knows? If it's 1-to-1, I probably need to get another one of these. But that would probably be for a future episode. This one has ran very, very long, I think. So that's going to probably wrap it up for this. We've been working on the factory here. I got quote-unquote factory. I wouldn't really call it a full-out factory. If anybody has any ideas of how to make this better for our future builds, let me know in the comment section below. Also, for the sake of engagement, leave a comment. It really does help out the algorithm. And if you enjoy the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord. Because currently there is 9 of us in there, having a good time vibing out. But more the merrier, so follow that. Get in here. And yeah, other than that, we're going to leave Captive Industry for today. And we'll be back on the next one. See you, everyone.